Hi, this is Frank DiMora with the Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. Just go to my website, www.demoraministry.com. Under this video, look and you'll see the information I'm going to be giving to you right now about the Social Security. Social Security card started a long time ago, Franklin Roosevelt, and it was never meant, this card was never meant for an ID, to ID all the people in America. Now all the rest of the countries have their own form of ID, but as we've gone from Roosevelt all the way now to Barack Obama, and the world is coming together looking for a global ID so that they can get away from all the rest of the countries but have one specific ID. And this is exactly what we see in Revelation 13, 16 through 17, where Jesus said in the last days the Antichrist would be controlling this economy by forcing everybody to take his mark in their right hand or in the forehead, and if you didn't have it, you wouldn't be able to buy or sell anything. So this technology has gone from a simple card that was never supposed to be for the purposes of ID to a chip that they can actually implant, and all it's going to take is for the Antichrist to give that order, and it could happen. It will happen. Now, some of the things you ought to know, very simply, it says Franklin D. Roosevelt, a Democrat, introduced a Social Security program. He promised that participation in the program would be completely voluntary. Now, that has changed. It's no longer voluntary. It's a mandatory here in the United States. It says that the participants would only have to pay 1% of the first $1,400 of their annual incomes into the program. Now, that is 7.65% at $90,000. It says also that the money of the participants elected to put into the program would be deducted from the income, would be deductible from the income of tax purposes of each year. Of course, that has been thrown out and it's no longer deductible. That the money that the participants put into the dependent trust fund after, or rather than into the general operating fund, and therefore would only be used to fund the Social Security retirement program and other government program, and under the Johnson and money was moved to the general fund and was spent. Everything that they said was going to be useful for this program has been scrapped, and it's been nothing but a burden on America. And a system like this with a forced ID is what we believe is the beginning of the mark of the beast, because through this in other nations it's spreading, so that, as I said, they're looking for one global system of information to ID everybody in this world, because the world has gotten so close because of the internet, and just we're no longer separate, where everything is involved as a unit. One world system, economic system. That's why we're getting what affects America affects every other nation. What affects the European Union affects those nations. So if you see the United States starting to decline, it's going to start everybody else from declining. So this is really important information that you should be looking at. All right. So with that, go down and scroll down, and we'll continue on with the more of the news for July 13th.